First, you all are welcome to third year farm practice course. Under third year farm practice course in animal science, I introduced this course that is practical, that is assessing body condition status of animal. Why this practical is so important? We know we can guess the nutritional status by assessing the body condition status. That's why this practical has been included to the third year farm practice course in animal science. So actually this body condition scoring monitors body condition status at different times of a farm, normally to have an idea about the nutritional status of animals. You know, during pregnancy, during dry period, during heifer time, that means you can't expect similar body condition status. So there are several goals behind that, why we assess body condition scoring. So to minimize body condition fluctuation. For an example, if you take a dairy cow, during pregnancy period, the body condition status is different. And when the lactation period, the body condition, the body reserves are dissolved to produce milk to feed the baby calf, newly born calf. That's why the fat deposits may be dissolved. So you can't expect similar body condition status. But to minimize body condition fluctuation, we have to assess time to time body condition status. The second objective is to minimize number of health and production problems. That is, you can, by assessing body condition status, you can estimate how the production and health status of the animals are varying. Then the third objective is to get an idea about health, production and fertility status of cows. If you allow that animal to be a very fat animal, that animal is not very good for production, that means reproductive purposes, to use reproductive purposes. And the very thin animals, the emaciated animals as well, they also not acceptable. So we have to maintain these animals within an acceptable range of body condition status. Then the next objective is to get important decisions. Once we take feeding, breeding, health management aspects of a farm, to get that decisions based on the body condition status, we can have a good plan how to manage the animals. The last objective here I mentioned is to evaluate dairy management practices and rations, because by assessing body condition status, we can get an idea about how the animals, their body condition status reflects, because it reflects the nutritional status of the animal. So actually, usually this body condition scoring is assessed at different stages of a milking cow: early lactation, peak lactation, mid lactation, late lactation, dry period, as well as at the time of calving. So basically, once we assess the body condition status, we have to focus on two main areas. This area is called as loin area. This area is called as tailhead area. So mainly we focus these two areas in assessing body condition status. So why we focus these two areas? Because you can see the fat deposition takes place basically within these areas. So I just want to highlight you the sequence of fat deposition takes place within an animal's body. The first place is back or loin area. Thereafter the ribs. Then tail head area. So much important considering these three areas you can see in assessing body condition status, because those are the first three places where the excess fat get deposited. That means after the production, after the maintenance of animal, the excess energy get deposited as fat. Then brisket and flank. Number 5 shows you the flank area, then vulva or rectum, then at last udder or mammary gland. That is, those are the places, the sequence, first, second, third, ultimately the udder and mammary area. Those are the places where fat get deposited. And when considering the body condition scoring scale, internationally accepted 5-point scale is recognized. You know, when the body condition score number is less, that means 1, 2, that indicates the animal is emaciated, thin. When the body condition score is towards 4, 5, that means the animal is getting fat. So extremely fat animals come under 5. And we expect to maintain animals within body condition score number 3, that is the expected range. So number 1 reflects severely under-conditioned animal. That means they are not getting proper nutrients. Then number second, getting little bit advanced status of nutrition. Cow is in severe negative energy balance. Still, cow is in severe negative energy balance, but little bit developed compared to number 1. Then number 3 is cow is in good condition. That is what we expect. Then number 4, over condition. That means at this stage, animal get fat, getting fat. That means the animal having excess energy than what the animal wants. Then number 5 reflects severely over-conditioned animal. That means that animal is called as obesity condition, reflects by number 5. So actually this is a practical class, that's why I need not to reflect you all the theoretical aspects, but I want to just highlight you, consider the rump area and loin area here. This is the loin area and this is the tail head area. This number 1 scored animals having very high depression in both these two areas, right? Then when come to number 2, little bit advanced, little bit more fat get deposited. You can see this rump area, shallow cavity lined with fatty tissues around tail head area. Some fatty tissues felt under pin bone, pelvic girdle, easily you can felt. So much thin animals. The number 1 received animals are extremely thin, but still these animals are thin. And you can see under body condition score 2 received animal, this end ribs, the shorter ribs, the end points can be even touched with a slight pressure, that much of thin animals. So this is actually the expected status of the animal. Here the rump area or the tail head area, no visible cavity you can observe around tail head, and the skin appears smooth because they are expected standard animals. So pelvic is felt with slight pressure. So pelvic girdle you can't touch by palpating. You have to touch the pelvic area with a firm pressure, then only you can touch the bones. When come to the loin area, you can see the loin area, ends of short ribs can be felt with the pressure. Without a pressure you can't feel these bones. There is a thick layer of tissues on the top. There is only a slight depression in the loin area when compared to number 1 animals. So here the loin area having a slight depression, and that means the expected number 3 above animals, they are fatty animals. So you can't experience the bone structures, even very firm pressures. You can't feel these skeletal system. So the rump area, that means the tail head area, you can see their tail is actually buried in fatty tissues. So folds of fatty tissues are visible around tail head. Sorry, previous one. Folds of fatty tissues are visible around tail head. Patches of fat are present around pin bones. Pelvic is felt only with firm pressure. So when come to loin area, short ribs cannot be felt even with firm pressure. So no depression is visible in loin area. So this number 5, that means the excess fatty animals, that is obesity condition. So the tail is buried in fatty tissues. So you can't felt with this tail head is buried in fatty tissues. No part of pelvic can be felt even with firm pressure. Then the loin area, these animals are very fat animals, folds of fatty tissues over short ribs. Bone structures cannot be felt. So actually in our farming condition, it's very rare to find the animals, those scored number 5, right? So let's have a look. This 1 to 5 scale body condition, depression in loin area is reduced. Once body condition score is reduced, that means depression is, once the depression is higher. Then cavity around tail head area also very higher, but when the body condition score number is less. Fat deposition in tail head area is very much higher when the body condition number is higher. So this diagram very much help you once you assess the body condition score of the animals. Here you can see this is spine. This process is spine, which is called as, this is the part of vertebral column. So the spinous process, right? So here you can see this is transverse process. So once we assessing spinous to transverse process, how it appears we will monitor. I will explain you it later. Here. So the main two areas what we are focusing is here the tail head area and the loin area. These are hooks, then the pin bones, hook bones here. Here you can see the short ribs of the animal from the backside rear view, and this is the hooks, these are the pins, and here the tail head area. Those are the basic focused areas what we have to focus when we are assessing body condition score. Here can you see the first one, vertebrae at middle of the back. So the first one, spinous process, how this vertebrate appears. When the animal is very thin, you can see it's like very tiny structure, spinous process, right? This spinous process is very prominent. So those animals receive severe under-conditions animals 1, 2. With the development of the animal's status, nutritional status, you can see 1, 2, 3, likewise the advancement of the number. Then the rear view, cross section of the hook bones, then side view of the hook bones and pin bones, here pin bones, sorry. Then how this cavity appears, you can see number 1 received animals having this cavity. It's very prominent cavity around tail head area. Then that's all about the basic idea what you have to get. So I will explain you the basic 8 structures here. In your field notebook you have to note down the cattle number. Here we'll assess 3 animals this time, 3 animals in our farm. Marpalana 246, Marpalana 321, Marpalana 172. These 3 animals we will assess. And for this side 1 to 8 characters. First one in your handout, that is spinous process. Now you all aware about what is spinous process, whether this spinal cord and that this process is very much prominent. Then spinous to transverse process. In that slide you aware what is spinous process and the transverse process, how appears spinous to transverse process. Then transverse process, third one is transverse process. In your report you have to mention what is stand for 1, 2, 3 and so on. But in your field notebook, let's mention 1, 2, 3 up to 8 for these parameters you are assessing. Then the fourth one is overhanging shelf, how the abdomen is attached to the back side. Then the tubercoccia, how hooks and pins appear, that is number 5. Then at number 6 is between the pins and hooks. Then the 7th one, between the hooks, and the last one, how it appears around the tail head area, right? So basically considering each animal, you have to assess based on the chart I have given to you. Based on the chart I have given to you, you have to assess the status of each and every parameter, what is the exact or rough value you are giving, right? After that, you have to get the average value. You have to add up all these 8 and divided by 8, then you will get this value. That is the body condition scoring number of this animal, right? Body condition score number of this animal. How it obtains? For M200 and M246, you have to get 2.5 plus, 1.5 plus, 2.75 plus, 2.25 plus, 2 plus 1.5, 2 and 2.25. You have to add all and divide by 8. That gives you 2.09. Right? So that is how you have to assess the body condition scoring number of each and every animal. So by looking at this value, you can see what is the situation of the animal. So can you tell me what is the status of this animal, number 2?
Number 2 is emaciated.
Emaciated, yes. That animal is not getting proper nutrients. That animal is emaciated animals. That means this animal is wasting energy for the production and maintenance of the body than what the animal received, right? So our target is to uplift the animal status up to 3, right? It's now clear, I think. Shall we go to the cattle shed and we'll assess animals, right? Okay, is it clear? Right, thank you very much. So now we will start our practical on body condition scoring. So this animal is around 3 years, right? You listen to that stock person. So at the lecture hall I mentioned you, once we assess body condition scoring, we have to basically focus on 2 areas, that is the loin area and the tail head area. No? Then why we consider these 2 areas? Because if the animal is low fat, the fat deposition takes place within these 2 areas. If the animal is having undernutritional condition, these areas are very prominent with very sunken depressions, right? Here you can see these bones, I mentioned you, hooves and these bones, fins around tail, you can see the fins and hooves. How those bones appear, you can see once we assess. So take your field notebooks and put the cow number 108. The cow number is 108. The first parameter we assess is how the spinous process, that means how this spinous process appears, this backbone, how it appears, whether individual processes are prominent. Can you see the individual processes? If individual processes prominent, you have to give 1. If the individual processes evidence, that is nearly 2. Then sharp prominent ridge. Here this animal is showing sharp prominent ridge. So you can give 2.5. 2.5. If the animal is very fat, you can see the spinous process is sunken, fat, right? So the first one you got 2.25 for this animal. Then how is the situation? Spinous to transverse process, the appearance. Spinal, whether it's flat, whether it's very deep, depressed, or whether it's not prominent. Spinous to transverse process. To me, I feel it is obvious depression. It's obvious depression, right? So you can give 1.75, right? Then how the transverse processes appear? This transverse processes appear. How it appears? Whether very prominent, half length is visible, whether half length of processes visible, whether between 2/3, 1/3 or half of the processes visible. Likewise, based on the chart I have given to you, these processes, whether half or 1/3 is visible, you have to give marks for the third aspect, third parameter. So to me, I feel we can give nearly 2 for the animal, right? 2 for the animal. Then hanging shell. This shell is handling the animal. Once in the emaciated animals, you can see that there is a very flat area and the sunken area and the bulgy area. But here, it's not moderate shell is visible. Moderate shell is visible, that means around 2.5. And then you can see how the tibococci hooks are appear here. You can see like a butterfly appearance. I am normally saying this area, the appearance is butterfly appearance when the animal is very thin. So how the hooks are appearing, whether extremely sharp, no tissue cover, extremely sharp, no tissue cover, whether prominent or whether smooth, whether covered likewise. So with the advancement buried in fatty tissues, if the animal is very fat, here we can give nearly prominent, no? Prominent. Then the sixth one is between pins and hooks. Between pins and hooks, how it appears. This between pins and hooks, whether it's very sunken, right? Whether very sunken, whether slight depression, whether moderate depression, no? Moderate depression. So you can give 2.75. Then the last one, 8th parameter, how it appears around the tail head area. How it appears around the tail head area. Uncle චුට්ටක් මේ හරක මෙහෙට කරනකොට මේ පොඩක් පේනවා මදි පිටිපස්ස. Right, now you can see here how it appears around the tail head area. You can see, right. Good. Wait. Tail head area, how it appears. Bones very prominent. Here you can see bones, whether the bones are very prominent. Bones prominent, U-shaped cavity form. I can see that one, U-shaped cavity. And if the animal is very fat, you can see this tail is burning. So here you can assess that parameter nearly 2, right? Now you have given scores for all the 8 parameters of this cow number 108, and you can add up all the values and divide by 8, then you can get the number, body condition score number for this animal. So at the moment in the cattle shed only this animal is available and the other animals have been sent for grazing. So but you have to assess another 3 animals to complete your practical. So you have to go to the field and assess another 2 animals and get the average values of each and every component of the parameter of the animal what we focus to assess body condition score number. And in your report whether you have to mention whether these animals are in good nutritional status, then your suggestions to improve their nutritional status.